And look at how we stretch functions, and to do that I'm using autograph, and I'm using an equation to start with, which is y equals x minus 2 plus 2 with a vertex at 2 minus 2. And I've also got another graph which is actually right over the top of it at the moment, and its second equation is y equals a, so I'm multiplying the whole function by a, and I'm multiplying just the x part by b. Now don't worry about the b, I'm going to keep that at 1 so it has no effect on the equation to start with. And I'm going to change the a value. So at the moment it's 1, and we're going to change the a value to 2. Now I want you to concentrate on the vertex. Now the vertex, which started at 2, 2, is now at 2, 4. What has actually happened is we've moved the y coordinate only of the vertex. So that's how come I know it's a y, or a vertical stretch. Started at 2, now it's at 4. I multiplied it by a, 2 to 4. If I make it 3, it'll go to 6. So I started at 2, now a is 3, and it's gone to 6. And obviously I can keep going and make it 4, and it jumps from 2 to 8. So the scale factor of the stretch is a. And all the time, note that the vertex is moving vertically. The horizontal vertex point never shifts from this line. And that's how I know that it's a vertical stretch. Now I'm going to keep a at 1, and I'm going to move the b now. So I'm going to move the b. So I'm going to make b 2. So look at the vertex point now. B is 2. It started at 2. The x-coordinate, and now it's 1. I've taken the x-coordinate of 2 and I've halved it to now give 1. Notice that the y number is still 2. The y-coordinate is still 2. So this is a horizontal stretch. And the scale factor, well, it's not 2, but a half. And if I make b 3, it moves from 2 to 2/3. So I started with 2, and now it's 2/3 with b being 3. And I can keep going, and now it's at a half. So it started with 2, and now it's at a half. And that's because I've done 2 divided by 4. If we go the other way, let's get back to the beginning, and let's look at making this step at 0.25. What we're actually going to do is times it by a half, and we go from 2 up to 4. So we've actually moved it this way. When we times by a half, when we make the b a half, we're actually multiplying by 2. So this is almost counterintuitive. If I multiply by a quarter, it moves it from 2 to 8. We write it up like this. Stretches. If we multiply the whole thing, it's a stretch by a units. If we multiply just the x, it's a stretch by 1 over b units. So we've got our two stretches, our horizontal stretch and our vertical stretch.